We're on the Good Green Home Show with Rich and Shawna. And Rich, you are a butterfly lover.
I love the butterflies. Most importantly, I love the ecosystem. I love maintaining the ecosystem. I love being able to help people. It's good and it's green, and it can relate to your home because you can plant some plants at your home that can help the monarch butterfly.
And we're focused on trying to build gardens and teach people how to do that. And so there are two different categories of garden that go along with butterfly gardening. The first would be a native focus, and the next would be there are non-natives that you can plant mixed in with that.
There's some hybrids.
There are to attract butterflies. When you plant a native plant garden, you really don't need to amend the soil in your region. You're planting directly into the ground.
They'll germinate readily into the native soil. We have a list of plants here, but we're going to start with Asclepias.
Asclepias, butterfly weed,
It's
also known as
butterfly weed.
milkweed. The native plant is milkweed. And I love that stuff. Okay, it is a tall plant. Like mine get almost 6 feet tall. It'll grow up taller than me because I'm a shorty. But it has balls of flowers. They're like flower balls that hang together side by side on the plant. They smell so sweet. The butterflies zoom right in on them because of their smell.
And Shawna,
amazing.
Why are these plants so important for the monarch butterflies?
Well, it's their home. They both sup from the flower, then they eat the leaf when they're caterpillar in the caterpillar stage, and they hang their chrysalises from the plant. I mean, everything.
They lay their eggs on the milkweed plant.
Everything.
That's how they reproduce.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
It is genetically predisposed to laying eggs on the milkweed plant. Are there any other plants that we can plant besides just milkweed?
Absolutely.
Because sometimes milkweed, and here's the thing with natives, they're not always the prettiest plant.
No, they're not.
They're not.
But you're useful.
They're very useful. Yeah. So sometimes consumers, they want these native plants, and people say you got to have the native plants at the garden center, and then we get these native plants in the garden center, and people are like, why are you selling me a pot full of weeds?
You have to see what the effect is in your garden, I think. So here's what I do.
Can you do?
I mix my both native and non-native Asclepias up with the Echinacea. Echinacea, which is a coneflower. Boy, all my butterflies love them. The monarch, the swallowtail, all of them love an Echinacea. And you can also do shrubs. I know that there's several shrubs. We have azalea, lilac, sumac, and all of the viburnums.
Now, Shawna, we are in the Midwest, listeners. Shawna conveniently skipped over a plant known as Buddleia or butterfly bush.
Yes.
And the reason she skipped it over is because during our pre-show fist fight, she taught me something.
There was a wrestling match.
She threw a pot of azaleas at my head. I've got ninja-like reflexes. I ducked and I caught it behind my back.
Yes, but I taught you something.
And you taught me something.
Yeah, here's what I taught him. Buddleias are invasive in certain parts of the country. So really, if you look at a map of the United States, you can see it all along the East Coast and the West Coast. Here's how they're invasive. They drop millions of seeds. Those seeds spread. They blow in the wind and they get caught in the waterways, and they clog waterways. They cause a lot of problems. And so be very cautious of planting Buddleia, even though it's a beautiful plant. And yes, it does attract butterflies. Make sure that you know that your area is not one that the USDA has recommended no planting of the Buddleia. We've talked about some shrubs, a few invasives, but there's something absolutely wonderful for a butterfly, alyssum. There are a lot of annuals, alyssum, penstemon, impatiens, even all varieties of impatiens, and my favorite, scabiosa. Scabiosa is a perennial here in this region, and they're purple or pink or white and beautiful.
Coming up next is Professor Doug Tellamy. He's the professor of entomology for the University of Delaware, and he's going to school us on the butterflies. We'll be right back with the Good Green Home Show.
Have you been disappointed with your lawn, even though you spread fertilizer year after year? If so, then you're not alone. That's because most people are unaware that feeding the lawn is only one of 2 key factors in getting beautiful results. The second is so obvious, but gets overlooked because it's out of sight, out of mind. The soil. Jonathan Green's new American Lawn Plan, unlike traditional fertilizers on the market, feeds both the lawn and the soil. Your soil is filled with nutrients, but many of these nutrients are never absorbed by the grass because your soil biology and chemistry hasn't been activated. This includes nutrients from your lawn fertilizer too. Jonathan Green's new American Lawn Plan corrects the problem with 2 organic soil reviving fertilizers: Love Your Lawn, Love Your Soil, and Magical. Spreading Jonathan Green's Love Your Lawn, Love Your Soil feeds your soil biology, activating its microscopic ecosystem. This activated microbial activity breaks down trapped nutrients, so they're completely absorbed by the grass roots. Love Your Lawn, Love Your Soil also creates natural gaps in your soil, allowing air and water to penetrate deeper so roots can grow further. Applying Jonathan Green's Magical feeds your soil chemistry, making it properly balanced. A well-balanced soil enables grass roots to absorb much more lawn fertilizer. This higher absorption rate makes your fertilizer more effective and reduces the risk of waste and runoff while helping keep your lawn and our environment green. Love Your Lawn, Love Your Soil, and Magical are fully compatible with any lawn fertilizer or annual lawn program. We recommend using them with a wide range of Jonathan Green fertilizers designed to feed your lawn with superior results. Feed your lawn and your soil with Jonathan Green's new American Lawn Plan. And finally, get a beautiful lawn you can feel good about.
You know Alsep Home and Nursery has the area's best garden center, but we're a one-stop pet shop too, with a large selection of pet care supplies, including holistic foods. Owners love to see their pet after a pampering trip to Groomingdale's Pet Salon, and the on-site veterinary clinics are as exceptional as they are convenient. Best of all is the Alsep to the Rescue Adoption Center, matching shelter dogs and cats with loving forever families. Our new Forever Home Training Academy offers obedience classes for dogs of any age. Visit us today with your furry family member or go to alsepnursery.com.